Hi there, and welcome to the first in our series on the slave trade. This first episode is going to look at the triangular trade. So, slavery is one of the darkest chapters in human history. Slavery is when people are treated as property, they're bought, sold, and forced to work without pay, freedom, or basic rights. And for thousands of years, different societies have used slavery. But one of the best known examples in history is the transatlantic slave trade, which took place between the 1500s and the 1800s. So let's have a closer look at this. Well, you have what's called the triangular trade. This is a system of trade during the 16th and 19th centuries that involved three main regions. You have Europe in the north, you have Africa, and you have the Americas. And it's called the triangular trade because these trade routes formed a triangle on the map. So let's have a closer look. So, how did it actually work? Well, the first route is from Europe to Africa. European ships left ports carrying manufactured goods like guns, cloth, alcohol, and metal items. And they sailed down to Africa, lots of different slave ports along the coast of Africa. And when they're there, they trade in these manufactured goods for enslaved people. So the second part of that journey is the worst part. It is from Africa to the Americas, and it's sometimes known as the Middle Passage. And enslaved Africans were forced onto these ships, taken across the Atlantic Ocean, a journey known as the Middle Passage. Conditions on board were absolutely horrific. Many died on board before reaching land. It's estimated up to 12 million people made that crossing. Up to 2 million of these actually died. The third part of the journey then is from the Americas to Europe. So in the Americas, enslaved people were sold to work on plantations such as sugar plantations in the Caribbean or cotton and tobacco in North America. And goods produced by enslaved labour was then shipped back to Europe, completing the triangular trade. So the triangular trade was an absolutely brutal system that made some countries very, very wealthy, but caused terrible suffering for millions of Africans. It's an important part of history that helps us understand the long-lasting effects of slavery. Many thanks for watching.